I think that's everyone. Almost. We still have to speak to the old man who lost his boarding ticket. Shall we head to the 4th car? Right. It's time to make our way back there and see if... Give me back my ticket. Lloyd? Yeah, let's go. You're not fooling me. I know for a fact it was one of you two. Now, who did it? Fess up already. Excuse me, what's going on here? Oh, it's the inspector from before. The man and his daughter are on the other side of the train now. One of these is the merchant, and I don't remember who the young man is. Remember from before, you got here just in time, Inspector. This old fart is accusing me of steal. Old fart? Why, you no good, cheeky. Everyone, please, calm down. Hold your horses, people. Let's all... Oh, he might be the one who was spacing out and he was worried about his mother. I think. You enjoy the body mechanics here. It's like an old school JRPG mechanic, but a bit more involved. Like FF7. Oh. It is interesting. I kind of like switching it up who I bring. And at the end of the day, I don't think it really matters who I have like the end all be all bonding thing with, because I like all the characters. Hold your horses, people. Let's all take a deep breath and sort this out one at a time. I just don't ship Lloyd and Tio together, mostly because she's a child. And that's just weird to me. But other than that, I don't really care. Now I get the full picture. You bought a ticket to Orid State that seated you in the 4th car of this train. What's more, these two gentlemen claim to have made the exact same purchase themselves. And now that your ticket has gone missing, you're accusing one of them of stealing it. Do I have that right? Yes, exactly. There's no doubt in my mind I had that ticket on me when I walked onto the train platform. Watch the little girl be the one who stole the ticket. Suspicious of children. You never know what they're gonna do. I couldn't have lost it between here and there. That doesn't make a lick of sense. The only reasonable explanation is that one of these two stole it. Why those two? Why not the dude and his daughter? I understand why you think that, sir, but we can't jump to conclusions just yet. It's all right. Let him believe what he wants, I say. He's just a senile old man after all. You are not helping the situation at all, sir. How dare you, you little... That's enough. You two need to settle down and be rational about this. We're not going to get anywhere if you keep hurling insults at each other. Do the tickets not have their names on it? I mean, I know when I fly, my boarding pass does in fact have my name on it, but I guess I haven't ridden a train since I was 5, so I don't know how train tickets work. Now then, I have a simple question to ask the two of you here who do have a boarding pass. What is the purpose of your journey? Business? Pleasure? We need to know that before anything else. You want to know what we're traveling for? And what does that have to do with anything? Are you going to prove my innocence with that alone? Potentially, yes. A thief can't control the destination of a stolen ticket, so their reason for traveling may be fabricated. If that were the case, the culprit could slip up and make themselves known, so that's your game. I admit it'd be fun to see the culprit be his own downfall. It's perfect. Well then, answer the lad's questions. Oh, I will, and gladly at that. I'm a merchant, and I'm on my way to broker some very, very, very important negotiations in Orid State. He didn't specifically mention Orid when we spoke to him, the merchant, whereas the other guy, who's worried about his mother, he did specifically say Orid State. I mean, by then he would have already stolen the ticket, so there's that, but we'll see. I have the contracts right here. My client is a business in Orid known as Lujing Company. So tell me, what reason would I have to steal a ticket from this doddering old fogey? Grr. Oh, all right. And what about you, sir? Well, my hometown is in Orid State. Isn't that enough of a reason to travel there? No one's saying it isn't. That didn't help much. Why didn't he say he's going to visit his mother this time? I'm pretty sure this is the dude who was like, I'm worried about my ma, blah, blah, blah. That didn't help much. We won't be able to come to a conclusion at this rate. Haha, how amusing. These train goers think up the most bald-faced lies. Zin? What are you doing here? Passengers aren't supposed to move between cars during inspections. And you've already finished your inspections, haven't you? I think we can let this one slide. That's not... Fine. At any rate, I only came because this scene you're causing seemed entertaining. Allow me to join in the fun too. I hope we see more of this kid in the game, or in future games. I find him entertaining. The fun. So, what lies were you talking about exactly? You'll see. Let's start with the merchant here. You claimed you were in negotiations with this Lujing company, yes? If that's the case, what's the nature of your contracts with them? This is nonsense. Why must I go along with these questions of some child? If you must know, they involve the wholesaling of exotic vegetables and spices grown in Orid. As you may know, the state is quite renowned for its agricultural sector. Words. As for the Lujing Company, they are an affiliate of Heiyu Trading, based in the Eastern Quarter. They're about as legitimate as it gets. I believe that should erase any doubts. Heiyu is as legitimate as it gets. That's a statement, I guess. So you say. There is indeed a Lujing company in Orid, I am well aware. However, at present, it's no more than a mere startup with no real foothold in the region. It's in no position to hold international negotiations, that much is for sure. What? How the heck would you know? A good question. I'll let him answer that for me. It would be my pleasure. You, sir, I have had enough of your insolence towards the young master. Listen well, you stand in the presence of the grandson of a Heiyu elder master Sin. An elder's grandson? You must be joking. Wait, that suit you're wearing, I know I've seen it before. No, this can't be happening. Now do you understand? Now come clean. What's your aim here? What are you really after? Well, Fine. Have it your way. I'm sure you'll have fun telling the inspection officer all about it in the interrogation room. How Idios fit so much moxie into such a small boy, I'll never know. I imagine you were just like this when you were a child. If not worse. Wazy. Yeah, he's a precocious one, that's for certain. And now it's your turn. Sin? Me? What do you want with me? Isn't he your culprit? Oh, when did I ever say that? We're not finished here at all. You said you're from Orid, is that right? Yeah, I'm going back to my hometown. If you were born and raised in Orid, then you shouldn't have any trouble answering me this. Aside from its agriculture, Orid State is famous for its remote destinations. Not to mention its many hot springs. So tell me this, which of these is a hot spring in Orid? A. Elmo Hot Springs, B. the Parm Hot Springs, or C. the Orid Hot Springs? I am glad I'm not the one answering this question. Go on, answer. Huh? It's obvious, isn't it? Everyone knows about the famous Orid Hot Springs. I see. Ha! What's so funny? Do you think I'm an idiot? That you could get one over on a child? The Orid Hot Springs? There's no such thing. Who would ever establish a place with such a cliche name, you fool. If you were really from Orid State, you would have simply answered that it was a trick question. How about I ask you another question? Though honestly, I only expect you to dig your own grave even further. Where are you from, really? Well, not that it's any of your business, but I'm actually Calvardian. So your hometown isn't in Orid? But I live in Orid now. Really, please, you have to believe me. Oh, do we now? What do you make of this special support section? We've established that each of them is guilty of deception. But which one is the ticket thief? Right. Let me think it over. The merchant is at least aware of how Heiyu works and what the Heiyu uniform is. And he might just be the type of person who likes to boast. Whereas the young man originally said he was worried about his mother. And then it was that his hometown was in Orid State. And then he's Calvardian. I think the merchant is just an arrogant idiot who wants to seem more important than he actually is. I think it's the young man. I don't know. Although all Sin disproved for the young man was that he is not in fact from Orid State originally. Whereas for the merchant, he disproved his reason for going. His reason for going is not to make a contract with Lu Xing. I don't know. I mean, there are obviously reasons to pick either one. I'm gonna say the young man. I would suspect the young man. Granted, the merchant exaggerated the contracts he showed us, which I do find suspicious, but while we may not know his motives, he clearly went to great lengths to fool us. Hinging all of that preparation on committing a misdemeanor wouldn't make much sense. We should also take into account that if the thief's destination isn't Orid, they could use the ticket to exit. They couldn't use the... Isn't Orid, they could use the ticket to exit the train earlier, right? Which is what leads me to you. You're our culprit, aren't you? Yeah. Well done. Only just barely. Well, thank God. There's no use feigning ignorance anymore. You can't keep covering up your lies. Show some honor and confess your crimes. Please don't turn me in. What? And why wouldn't we? It's my ma. She's in the hospital in Calvard. That's why I had to go to see her. There's no other way. Well, this took a turn, didn't it? Go on, explain yourself. Okay. The truth is, I'm studying to get into St. Ursula Medical College, but my family is very poor. Ma sacrificed so much just so I could come to Crossbell. I've been paying my way ever since with part-time jobs. But then, out of the blue, I got a call saying that my ma suddenly collapsed and was taken to the hospital, so You wanted to visit her, but you don't have the Mira for a ticket, so you stole one. Isn't that right? Yes, it's true. I did it. I'm so sorry. All I want is to be there for my ma. I sympathize with your circumstances, but a theft is still a theft, and we can't overlook that. And how about this? I'll pay for your ticket. Huh? How about that? What do you say, old-timer? Old-timer? If he returns your ticket to you, will you be willing to forgive and forget? Well, as long as I get the dang thing back, I'll have no reason to press charges. As for you, yeah, Visiting your mother with a stolen ticket? Do you think she'd be happy to know you did such a thing? Well, Don't misunderstand my kindness. I may be footing the bill, but this is no gift. It's merely a loan. I won't put a hard limit on when you have to settle your debt, but believe me when I say you will do so. I understand. Thank you so much. I'll pay you back, I promise. And you'd better keep that promise. With that, the matter is resolved. You two, call the inspection officer over. I'll give him an explanation myself. Right. I want to keep this child. Could he be a member of the SSS? He can do my job for me. I've been informed of the situation. Good work handling that theft case. Oh no, we were just doing our job. What do you plan to do with the thief, though? Will he be punished or released? Actually, as far as we're concerned, all charges have been dropped. Really? Just like that? Indeed. The victim stated that no theft had occurred and that he had no intention of taking legal action. According to him, the young man simply neglected to buy a ticket and it was all just an honest misunderstanding. If nobody is willing to admit that a crime took place, then there's nothing for us to investigate. This is all because of that kid. You're right. That was probably the story Sin told them to stick to. What would have happened if I hadn't ever done that side quest with the kid, though, with Sin? What is this quest without having ever met Sid? He really knows how to spin a narrative. What about the merchant, though? That man, on the other hand, is very much under arrest. It turns out that his true identity is that of a counterfeit ticket broker. Counterfeits? What was he doing on the train himself, then? Testing out his own product, it seems. He's bold, I'll give him that. How unexpected. 1 bonus DP for Sin. Oh, so I get bonus DP because I did Sin's questy thing. That's nice. I get a default one. Yay me. The bottom line is you kids did stellar work today. Thank you once again for your help. You're welcome. We're glad we could make things easier for you. Don't hesitate to contact us if you ever need our assistance again. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. So long for now. And there he goes. Speaking of making things easier, it sounds like Sin played a major role in this. That he did. I never expected to run into that little devil when we took this job. Me neither. If anything, it's reminded us of how cunning he is for his age. Not even for his age, just in general, really. Yeah, imagine how big a pain in the butt he'll be when he's older. I'm starting to regret not having the chance to meet him myself. Don't worry. Elder's grandson or not, he's just a cute little kid when it comes down to it. That's true enough. Anyway, I think we can close the books on this one, team. Let's take a little break and hit whatever's next on the agenda. Well, that's done. Okay. Take me to the SSS. Let me turn in my stuff. Okay. I guess it's time to progress the main story? Do I want to buy new gear before that? There is still time for hidden quest. There's a hidden quest. Hmm. $686 to... It's an increase of 30. It's not bad. Oh, Tio doesn't get a new weapon. Interesting. Randy already has that equipped. I never modded Randy's weapon. Well, then I guess I'll just buy this. No, I do not want to equip it. And then I will go mod Randy and Tio's weapons. So somewhere out there, there is a hidden quest. Great. Is it in Crossbell proper, or is it somewhere else? Let me unequip Tio's weapon. Customize. Customize this. Wait, what? Strength 230, range +2, ATS +5. Why not? Integral. Okay, and then we went Elephant Shocker. Ooh, cost seal +10%. That's kind of nice. Here you go. Equip. Tio. Take Integral. And Randy, take Elephant Shocker. Oh, 7/11. That's my birthday. Oh, nice. Okay, she does have 2 of those. Let's go back to the SSS and sleep real quick so I can get my EP back. And I never went in Tio's room. I think she's the second room. Still has her Mishy plushes from last time. That's cute that they carry over. Okay. Where do I want to start looking for a quest?